Hey guys, welcome back to the Beer Wrench Garage, and if it's your first time visiting, welcome to the Beer Wrench Garage. We're going to do a junkyard trip today. We're going to be at a yard that I have not been to in a while, and I've not made a video of at all. So this is actually kind of a weird yard where one part of it is indoor, like it's like under a covered building, and then another part of it is outdoor. And I think what we're going to go see, what I want to go see, is indoor. And it's a kind of an overcast day, and it's really dark inside, so probably won't be able to get decent video. I'll try to give you a shot in there. So I'll catch you inside. For the moment, I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for just watching this, the videos on this channel. Really appreciate it. It's super cool to get to interact with you guys. So please give me a like, please subscribe, and leave comments. Hope this turns out to be a good video, and see you in a bit. All right, folks, we're in. So actually the quality of video doesn't look too terrible right now, but look at this creepy ass place. Like, God only knows what this building was at some point. Anyway, so you can see, like, you got walk a gauntlet, and then they have a section of import cars inside. And then they have a lot of domestic and trucks outside. So we'll go ahead and go see where specific car I'm trying to get to, and see if what I want is still there. All right, so they've kind of rearranged the setup of this place. It's kind of here's a creepy old building, but they've moved the imports outside, which is kind of neat, unless it's in the winter. But either way, for today's purposes, it was nice. Unfortunately, as thought, what I've always here for, they've already gotten the sons of bitches. But oh well. This car came here about, I don't know, 4 days ago. Well, whatever happened to it happened in April, but it got to this yard 4 days ago, and I was actually here for the brake calipers. They have really nice Brembo calipers on these Audi Q7s, and these things have been gone. You can see the caliper bolt right there. Oh well, so whatever happens, at least we checked it out. It's interesting that we wrote here for the like the junkyard dismantling crew. I didn't even know that, though. The batteries under the seat. Again, there's a pain in the butt getting into this yard, and if I don't get anything, it'll be a pain in the butt getting out. So it is what it is, but I had to make a try for it. So all right, let's see if there's anything interesting else interesting, and then I'll bring you in if there is. Yeah, so as far as anything else interesting, here's this Audi wagon. It's an 04, I think. It was listed as a manual, but obviously it's these people don't give a shit enough to get the details right. It's an automatic, whatever automatic transmission was in the 04 generation cars. Somebody got the head off of this. I mean, the engine looks not pretty decent, but clearly well, I just found out right now what the 1.8Ts apparently had 2 exhaust valves and 3 intake valves. Interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know that about the 1.8Ts, but somebody got the head, and clearly they have these bucket and shim valves where the next generation 2.0s didn't. So probably a good time to take a break and have a beer. This junkyard trip's gonna be cut short. It looks like we didn't get what we wanted, and isn't a whole lot of time to really kind of hang out and do stuff. So let's have a beer, and let's take a minute to relax. One of the things I bring, I call this rolling heavy, and so if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna shoot up a link to my video on what I take to the junkyard. As I'm recording this, I haven't finished editing that one yet, but by the time this gets out to YouTube, it should be up there. So I'm gonna pop it right here or right here. It's always kind of weird moving the the video link. So one of the things I like to carry in the junkyard, especially if I'm gonna, ooh, that's nasty, if I'm gonna be here for a bit, is a drink. And so part of coming to the junkyard, oh yeah, gravel pathways. I've been popping this around. Part of coming to the junkyard is just kind of relax, have a drink. Most of the time it's you get like a desolate junkyard. Today is like a holiday sale, and it's a long weekend, and you got a sale going on and all kinds of people out. So otherwise what would normally be like a desolate and sedate junkyard is kind of full of people, but still nobody gives a shit. I'm gonna sit here and have my drink. All right, folks. Hey, as I was sitting here kind of drinking my beer and just in this little row of carnage here, found a cool little fastener. It's really long. Looks like an M10 or something. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I don't need it for anything, but I'm going to go back and see what it is, what the thread pitch is. And it's one of those things that doesn't hurt to have. It's super kind of fascinating, the length of it. I wonder what it's used for. But it brings up an interesting question. Do you pay for fasteners at the junkyard? I don't believe you do. I think it's one of these things that kind of, if you stumble upon them, you take them, and it's unless it's like a really big sturdy piece of metal, like these things are just kind of part of going to the junkyard, especially if you're buying something else. I don't ever pay for fasteners. But yeah, fasteners are a good thing to gobble up at the junkyard. This one is super interesting, and we'll go home and measure it and see what thread pitch it is. Well, it looks like we got ourselves an interesting little thing. Guys, I know I'm not like an Audi and VW specific channel, but like I said in previous videos, right now I'm kind of like in Audi projects, and so I'm centering on that right now. I promise you I'm not just an Audi and VW channel. Anyway, one of my subscribers that had contacted me asking me about a turbo, a KO3, and we had an interesting kind of thought about that, where I know the Passats, which this is a Passat here, uses a KO3, but I think the something's different on the KO3 on the Passat. Not sure what it is, but this turbo is like essentially loose. I think there's this one oil or coolant line, and then the bracket that holds it. Someone's really been trying to get at it. I think I'm gonna go grab the turbo, take it home, and see if my guy needs it. And if he does, we'll go ahead and send it to him. So let's see if this comes out easy. I think since the head is gone, the hardest part has been done. There's like 2 or 3 oil or coolant connections, and we'll see if we can get it. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh gosh. So I know you can't see what's going on here, but what would have been the easy option was it ended up being stripped. So I have to go down here. Oh goodness. There's a lot of effort. More effort than I thought it was going to be. right. I think I got my prize. The wastegate here is tight. Turbines are in, well, I can't really see that just quite well. Turbines are nice and free. This should be a good turbo. Thanks, guys. So it took about 21 minutes. Obviously, this is going to be edited, but it took about 21 minutes of real time to get this stupid thing, and the engine's already, like, essentially the hard part's done. So sometimes you get that at the junkyard. All right, folks. Thank you for tagging along on that trip to the junkyard. It was kind of a neat little trip. Just to kind of revisit the turbo, at the end of the day, I ended up not getting it. It's the same turbo that goes on an A4, at least internally, but the housing and the manifold, or the exhaust manifold, are different. So I just left it because I didn't want to go through all that hassle if I wanted to use it on an A4. And then that big old long bolt that we got, that is in fact an M10 by 1.5 thread pitch. So cool bolt to have in case you need it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please give me a like, consider subscribing, and leave a comment. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Take care.